goodness. Hey guys, what's going on? What a mess I've got going on in here. It's Christmas break. Fun stuff. Fun. Perfect. Okay. We're good to go. Let me put my big ass cup over here. Out of the way. Loon's Tower Defense Monkey. It's a game my son plays. And let's get our chart pulled up. I was saying that I'm really sort of excited about this new moon. Excited, interested, intrigued. I'm intrigued. I want to see what's going on with it because solstice is in a couple days, and there's like this very it's almost like a conjunction energy, it feels like, with the Sagittarius new moon and the birth of a new sun in Capricorn. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going on. It happens officially in about 22 minutes. Back a minute. Huh. Really? Oh, I'm lying. That's fine. I was like, why is the time off so much? Because, Mandy, it's not 22 minutes. It's 42 minutes. 40, of course, 42. Man, that number. That number. Is that right? There we go. 7:43. Can I just open this image? Open image in new tab. Perfect. Let's see what's going on with this chart. There we go. Oh, I wonder how I can make myself scoot over. Oh well. I'm looking at it on my phone and there's like a little corner that's, I mean, you can see everything. You just can't see like part of the Sagittarius glyph. Okay. All right, I need to breathe for a second. Very, very busy. Do you guys know who Jocko Willink is? He's a SEAL, Navy SEAL, and he's got a podcast. He's got a couple, I think. He does this thing with businesses to like help people get motivated, and like it's all about like extreme ownership, you know, taking accountability, which means you have the power, like you make the decisions, so you know you direct your own actions basically. It seems like it would be, and it is, it's very Mars-y, it's very martial. And you know, soldiers war, that's an Aries place to be. The zodiac teaches us as fire progresses through the zodiac, it changes, it evolves, right? So we go from Aries to Leo to Sagittarius. So what Jocko does now is it's very Sagittarian in a way. And he's got this saying, he's like, good. Something goes wrong, good. Now you have an opportunity to do this. I've been really like listening to that lately, listening to him say that. It gets me going in the mornings because I've had so many things to do. I need to keep my energy level up. A lot of physically demanding tasks. So I got to keep my headspace right. So I can do the physical tasks and not be overwhelmed and get emotional because I'm tired, you know, gotta control that Mercury to point you in the right direction, in the direction that you want to go. So it's like the puppies pooped in the floor. Good. I needed a vacuum anyways. I needed to shampoo my carpet again anyways. That whole sort of thing. So now I'm just trying to like settle into this space. Look at this crazy chart. I love that the inner planets were all just in, they're sort of like moving together right now, because that feels like the main parts of us are moving together. We're not so like scatterbrained. Like sometimes if Mars is in this sign and Venus is in this sign and Mercury is in another sign, and then the sun and the moon are, you know, wherever they are, it feels like we're having to be all these different places at one time. But the last couple months have felt very focused. Like my mind is on the same page as my actions, and they're on the same page as my emotions. It's making it flow, and I like that. I really like that a lot. So let's talk about Sagittarius for a minute. I talk a lot about the inner planets. I talk a lot about Mars, Venus, Mercury as they go through Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and then they become inverted, alchemized, if you will, when you hit Cancer and Leo, because that's the moon and the sun. It's almost like those planets get filtered through or distilled through the moon and the sun through Cancer and Leo, and then they invert. And Mercury goes from air to earth, Venus goes from earth to air, and Mars goes from fire to water. And they flip polarities. So if they're masculine or external, they become feminine or internal, and vice versa. Once you get to the Sagittarius space, you're dealing with Jupiter. And that's a whole new ball game. Jupiter is your potential. You can't grasp your potential if you can't focus your mind. If you're not in control of your attention, you can't even see your potential. If you don't know what you want, Venus, you can't touch your potential. And if you can't act to get what you want and do away with what you don't want, Mars, you can't even see your potential. You can't grasp it. Like, you have no clue. You have no idea the potential you have until you sort of, I don't want to say master those things, but at least become consciously aware of them. When I think about Sagittarius, I think about any story that is the hero's journey. When you get to like the final, it's usually in like three parts, right? There's the beginning, and then there's like the middle where everything is. In the beginning, it's sort of like the Fool card in the tarot. You just, here you are living your life, and then like you start to kind of realize something. You become aware that there's an issue, and then in the middle of the story, you're sort of like figuring out how to go about it, and there's a lot of like ups and downs. But that final, like, we're on our way to the final battle. This is the Sagittarius place where we are on our way to the final, whatever it is, right? This, it's almost like a higher use of our life force, because fire is our life force. It's our passion. It's the action we take in life, what we believe in, what we stand for. Morality, it's your moral compass. Fire represents your moral compass. Sagittarius has a lot of associations with like religion, not so much like spirituality, that's more Piscean, but the belief system itself is a Sagittarian thing. It's about what are you seeking. The longer journeys that you take. This is the space where you do that. So when the moon is there, it's almost like your internal filter, like the way you feel the world and the way the world feels you. There's a purpose to it, meaning. Sagittarius does not like to waste energy on things that are not meaningful. I know like Sagittarian sun signs get this reputation for being sort of like flighty and bouncing from one place to the other, and they're like the world travelers. I'm gonna live in my tiny home and travel wherever I want and pick up odd jobs here and there. It seems um it seems like they don't have their shit together, but it's the opposite. It's they have their internal shit together. So they know, like, Sagittarius knows what it wants, and it's not going to waste its fire on things that are not meaningful. It's something, it's a place where you take action towards something bigger than you. When I say take action, it doesn't have to be like physically, going hardcore, like Rocky going into the final fight at the end of the movie. It doesn't have to be something like that. It can be philosophy, like going hard in philosophy and studying and doing the work. It's taking the steps. It's using it's putting your energy into that thing that is meaningful to you, is purposeful to you, to do something bigger than yourself, to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Because we're talking about Jupiter. And Sagittarius is the first of the last 4 signs of the zodiac. So if you split it up into 3, you've got fire. They all start with fire. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. That's the first sort of chunk. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. That's the second chunk. And the third chunk is Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So we're going into that last chunk, that working on your life's task. That's what Robert Greene would call it, your life's task. So there's sort of like this I've arrived type energy, but not in like I'm done. Not like I can sit back, kick back, and I'm here. It's like I've arrived at the place I need to be to do the thing I want to do. So there's this new, exciting, fiery sort of thing. All the fire signs have that in common. There's like okay, here we are, let's go. Mars is conjunct, but Mars is conjunct in another sign. There's been a lot of that too, with these signs going, with these planets moving how they're moving right now. There's been a lot of out of sign aspects. So like a square, but it's not square signs, or a trine, but it's not trine signs. And that to me feels like a more sophisticated Mars, a more driven, less reactive Mars. Like Mars is doing the work. Like when I say the work, I mean like capital W. The work in Capricorn is like the great work, your true will, your life's task, as Robert Greene would say. This is where it happens in Capricorn. So Mars is there, Mars is ready. So that feels like ready to take this action, ready to it just makes Mars more focused, I feel like. Like Mars has the to-do list and he's checking off the boxes. And anything that's not part of that is not even. Mars is cooking right now. Mars is in the kitchen cooking. Venus is also conjunct the new moon. And I think that helps us realize, it helps us really feel the things that are meaningful to us and purposeful, and the things that we want to spend our life force on. Mercury's not conjunct, but Mercury is in Sagittarius. And I kind of like that Mercury is sort of in the back, bringing up the rear, because it almost feels like Mercury is, like when you're moving something that has a lot of different pieces, a lot of parts, and you want to make sure everything is going in the right direction. I automatically think about like motorcycles because I used to ride, and you've got like a big group of motorcycles going somewhere. You have the people who are leading in the front, and then you've got the person in the back that's sort of like making sure everybody's there and everybody's good, keeping an eye out on the group. I feel like that's what Mercury's doing here. Herding cattle or whatever. Just that person in the back that's making sure everything is good and going the direction it needs to be going. That's what Mercury feels like it's doing. Making sure there's no strays, nobody wandering off. And Mars is leading the group, saying this is the work, this is what we need to focus on. So the new moon, the sun and the moon and Venus are feeling that, and they're like, yeah. It feels really good. It feels like just this new cycle, like I said. And with the solstice too, the sun is going to have a birthday in a couple days. It's the darkest day of the year. And then in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite. And I'm going to talk more about that when I do my solstice live stream in a couple days. But it's this, it starts a new cycle. In the southern hemisphere, it's the peak of the cycle. Still the new cycle, but it's almost like the way the north node and the south node work together. That's the way the northern and southern hemispheres work together with the seasonal energy in relation to the zodiac. It's like how opposites just represent opposite ends of the same energy. Like I said, I'll talk more about that in my other stream that I do. Speaking of nodes, Mercury is square the nodes. It's making a T-square. So we've still got our south node in Virgo and our north node in Pisces. And Mercury's right in the middle. So not only is Mercury like keeping an eye on our inner selves to make sure we're doing what we want, what is true to us, but it's also trying to hold the balance. Hang on, let me feel it. Trying to hold the balance in how we should be doing it. Like the mindset, the emotional, like the soul set, is that a word? To not be too critical on ourselves, not be too judgmental, not to break it down into too many different little parts and get distracted, but to keep our eye on the bigger picture, not get hung up on these little things, but it feels like releasing it feels like we're not nitpicking our purpose anymore. The things that are meaningful to us We're not nitpicking that. We're not judging ourselves for it. We're accepting it. We're surrendering to it. This is what the Pisces letting go is. It's like accepting things for what they are. And that, God, that feels really good. There's such freedom in that. When things aren't living rent free in your head anymore, that sort of surrender is, it feels great. So yeah, Mercury is almost like holding that balance between just let go and do your thing, live your life, let your dragon breathe, because it's got great treasure for you. It does. You just got to let go so you can focus and get there, so you can do the thing, direct your life energy, use your life force energy in this way to get to that thing, to get to the treasure. That's what this feels like. Jupiter, man, Jupiter is rolling and Uranus is rolling. They're still in retrograde. Jupiter's in retrograde. It's still moving pretty fast backwards. It looks like it's backwards. You know what I mean? And it's still trining Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. I've talked a lot about how Saturn and Neptune together, especially in Pisces, just feels like constructing, really building that place of like surrender, freedom, like not surrendered freedom, that sounds bad, but just this place of surrender and freedom, a freedom that comes from surrender, release, just not worried about it. And it's still trining Jupiter. So we've got Jupiter in Cancer. I like that too because I really like that. Oh, okay. And of course, we've got some quincunx stuff going on. Y'all know I love my quincunxes, okay? Something about 5 degrees apart. I just freaking love it. I think that's such an underrated aspect. It's like this creative push. It feels very like, it reminds me of like a pentagram, a pinnacle, a 5-pointed star with a circle around it. It's magical energy. So Jupiter is still flowing it's still trining Saturn and Neptune. So that energy is moving very easily. Like Jupiter is helping. It's almost like, here, you have all the resources you need to build this thing that you want, this life that you want. It's still in retrograde, so it's like, just make sure, double check, is this what you actually want? But then all these things in Sagittarius are like, this is what our life force is feeling right now. This is what we need to do with our life force. This is our end of the road journey, like the big thing. What do they call that in the movie? Like the climax. We're going into a climax. This is it. We're there. So this, with Jupiter quincunxing this, everything in Sagittarius, the new moon, it's these energies are going to work together in a creative way that you might not realize, you might not see it, but you really have to feel it. You have to look for it. And Cancer is where we feel our feelings, where we just recognize our feelings, right? So this is how we really feel about it. And it's the moon too. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's like this mutual reception in a quincunx. Be still my heart. So it might even be hard to like separate those two feelings, like your potential being in this place where you just feel what you need to, like how do you feel about it? How do you feel about this being your life, or this being your life, or this being your life? And all of the inner planets and the new moon doing the things to make that a reality. It's like they're blending so seamlessly together. You almost don't even notice the difference between Jupiter's influence making things more and your life force doing its thing in Sagittarius, right? Just going for it. Sorry, that sometimes that like really hits me. I know I'm such a weirdo because I like feel these energies, but anybody who if you're somebody who does like ceremonial magic or any sort of like energy work, or just I guess like ritual spell type stuff in general, meditation, whatever you want to call it, the woo woo stuff, if you're somebody who does that, then it probably doesn't seem so weird to you. But I just got like this feeling of this is it, like no going back now. Like the moment when you jump out of the plane. I've never jumped out of a plane, but I can imagine, like I've done other things where it's like kind of scary, where there's a risk involved and then you just go for it. It's a rush. That's what I felt, a rush when I was thinking about Jupiter and Cancer and everything in Sagittarius. Such a rush. Then that energy is also squaring, like all the Sagittarian stuff with the new moon is squaring Neptune and Saturn. So expect some challenge, but I don't think it's going to be challenging like a oh, this is too hard kind of way. I think it's like a challenge that feels good, especially with Jupiter over here doing what it's doing. I think this square is going to like if you like to work out, you might not, you might have to kind of like make yourself, but it feels so good once you get going. It feels good to, the resistance feels good because you can feel the growth in it. You can like feel the burn, fire, get it, haha. That's what it feels like. It feels like this square actually is like a workout. It feels good. So I like that. Overall, I really like this energy that we're moving into. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that Chiron is like exactly square Jupiter. So it's trying this. Oh wow. That, I think that's gonna make it feel even better because let me think. Let me feel this out real quick. This energy is moving really good. So I think when it comes to the fire stuff, how we feel about this new moon stuff and what we are using our life force for the action we're taking, the purpose and the meaning, the drive behind it, you know. Chiron and Aries is like Aries is a warrior energy. It just is. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So it's like, it feels like it's going to be even extra healing. Like, not only are you doing what you really want to do, what is so meaningful, living your life in a meaningful way, but it's got this extra, like, that in itself is healing, but it's got this extra boost of healing energy. And I think that by you doing what you need to do, it's going to help other people. It's going to be healing for other people too. Something about that is going to help somebody. And it might be a challenge for them because we've got like a fire. Oh, this is wild. Because we've got 2 trines and 2 squares that are overlapping with fire and water. I would say don't sleep on this. If you are somebody who works with moon energy, really, really feel this one. I would love to know what you guys are going to do with this moon energy. I really, really would. Man, this feels like purposeful, meaningful. Those are not big enough words. It really does feel like creating a new, transforming into, it feels like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon in such a powerful way. Like, just this force that cannot be manipulated. It cannot be moved by anything outside of itself. I think that's where we're at with this. Ugh, I almost feel like I just had an adrenaline rush and just. So now I'm thinking about Rocky again. Let me stop sharing for a second. Oh, wait. Okay, there's the button I need. Yeah, it's like at the end of the Rocky movie, especially Rocky 4, because that's the best one. Am I right? Okay, this is not Rocky 1, 2, or 3. This is Rocky 4. This is where he is coming after somebody because, like, you hurt him on a personal level. You know, Apollo, and like this is personal. And he sees that he's gonna win, and he knows he's gonna win, and he's just like he's going, he's so tired, but he's doing it, and he's got it, and he knows he's got it, and because he knows he's got it, like, that creates more energy. It's like intrinsically motivating in the most, I almost said, like, the most primal way. And that maybe, yeah, but it's like it comes from this primal place into this very responsive place where you are putting it. It's like taking all that raw primal energy and putting it exactly where you want it, exactly how you want it, in complete control of that. The baby's born tonight, right now. Oh my goodness. What are they going to do with their lives? Something great. They're all going to be little Rocky Fours. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know. I love to hear what you think about the way I interpret the chart, because I kind of like the freestyle with it. I don't like to look at it beforehand because I don't know. It just works better for me if I just kind of, maybe my mind just starts working so fast on it. I'm scared I'm going to lose the good stuff if I try to take a bunch of notes or look too much into it. Like I might glance at it, but I don't really get into it and start feeling it until I sit down and do this. And yeah, if you guys are working with this, I would love to know what kind of stuff you've got planned or what becomes of it. How do you feel about it? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got 42 followers on YouTube, subscribers, whatever they're called. I gotta hit 50. That's like a milestone, so I can start live streaming from my phone. So if you guys want to share this with somebody, that would be awesome. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for being interested in what I have to say. And I guess I will see you in a couple days for the solstice video. Be on the lookout for that. Thanks for joining, guys.